Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pregnancy update, or I should say a first trimester recap. I did film weekly updates and then I missed some here and there, and whenever I do that, that just irritates me. And the quality in some of the videos just wasn't that great, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and just film a first trimester recap. I think that's the more trendy thing to do rather than weekly videos, even though I love the weekly videos every once in a while too. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started talking all things about the first trimester. So I definitely experienced morning sickness. It wasn't as bad as my previous pregnancy. This is my fourth, but I definitely had morning sickness with all of them. We have 3 girls, and this fourth baby, we don't know the gender of the baby yet, and we're actually not finding out the gender of the baby until the baby's born. So that makes things just super exciting. So if you guys watched my pregnancy announcement video of me finding out that I was pregnant, I mentioned that I had been spotting. So before I found out that I was pregnant, and for a few days after I had found out that I was pregnant, I had brown spotting, just like I would before my period. So until that spotting stopped, I didn't really feel very confident in the pregnancy. Also, I had had a chemical pregnancy the month before that. So yeah, but now I am currently today, as I'm filming this, I'm just turned 17 weeks. So I'm well into the second trimester now, or barely into the second trimester now. Morning sickness started around week 6. I still am nauseous here and there, and I'm in the second trimester now. It wasn't as bad as my previous pregnancy. This is baby number 4, and with baby number 3 with Tatum, I was very, very, very sick, and never throwing up, but just so sick, so nauseous. So morning sickness was pretty rough, but I had days when I didn't feel pregnant. I had days when I fully got break. And then along with the morning sickness, I felt really cold in my first trimester all the time. I was just freezing, couldn't get warm. Like, I would go to bed with socks and a sweater on, and I was just super cold. So feeling super cold, it almost felt like I had the chills and morning sickness because I was so sick. It was just terrible. Trimester symptom is burping. I didn't have gas on the other end, but I was constantly burping. I still have days where I'm burping now, but it was just horrible, especially after I would take my prenatal vitamin. My prenatal vitamin, which I'll talk about more later, has essential oils in it, peppermint essential oils to help your stomach and digestion. It's just good for your gut. But I would be burping this peppermint oil, and it literally makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. It was disgusting. And around 9 weeks, so on my first ultrasound, my doctor had noticed that I had a bleed. So say that this is my uterus and the baby's over here. There was some blood in my uterus, so right here. And he just said it could go away, it could evaporate, it could disappear. He's like, it looks really big, but this is microscopic. This little triangle of blood is just microscopic. So he said it could come out. So then about 2 weeks later, whenever I was 9 weeks, I think that I had the ultrasound at 7 weeks. At 9 weeks, before we were going out of town to San Diego, I had quite a bit of brown spotting. So we stopped and paid for an ultrasound on our way out of town, and I'll insert the video of that ultrasound. But on that ultrasound, we checked, me and Travis, because the people there aren't doctors, but and that bleed was gone. So that little bleed that was inside my uterus made its way out, and I was really nervous about that because I had heard of 2 other YouTube moms that had something similar to that and that miscarried. So I don't know if I had the same thing or if mine was just more mild or what, but I'm glad that that is over with, and since I haven't had any more spotting. A symptom that's different this pregnancy than my other pregnancies is that this time I had no changes in my breasts. They weren't sore or tender, nothing, until the second trimester. So, and with my other pregnancies, I had sore boobs or full boobs right off the bat. So that could be a sign it's a boy, or it could just be because I breastfed my last baby, and the first 2 I didn't breastfeed. The last I did breastfeed, so it could have been and I also stopped breastfeeding only a few months before I got pregnant with this baby. So maybe my body was just like shut down the boob factory, and then it was like working hard to get it back. I was very, very fatigued. This pregnancy has been the most that I've ever been this fatigued. I don't remember being this tired with any of the other girls. So it's just interesting how different each pregnancy is, even if this baby is a girl. We also did the genetic testing at 13 weeks, and that also tells you the gender of the baby. But I know how, because I've done the genetic testing before with Tatum, so I know how to read the results without seeing the gender. And what happens is they'll email you, not to mention my doctor knows the results as well, so he would have told me that there was something up at my following appointment. But I went in and got that blood work done. It was a lot of blood. A lot of people don't do the genetic testing because it doesn't matter to them, and it doesn't matter to me. Whatever like came back, if it came back abnormal or not, it wouldn't change anything. But my doctor just recommended it, so anything that my doctor recommends, I trust him and I just listen to him. So if that's what he wants to do, then I'm cool with it. Yeah, so in that was the baby's gender, and we didn't look, and we haven't looked, and we have access, so we could look if we wanted to, but we just both have no desire. We're so excited to wait until the baby's born to find out. It just makes things, so far, it's making things more fun. And just the thought of when we do find out the baby's gender, the way that we're going to find out, like seeing our baby and meeting our baby and then knowing, it just literally is the most emotional, surreal, like just thinking about it makes me want to cry. Which, on to that topic, I feel like I've been a lot less emotional this time. I've been a lot less moody this time. I'm not angry, I'm not grumpy. I feel like I'm just like my normal chill self, and my husband will back me on that I'm definitely not as moody this time as I was with Tatum. And even with crying, but I know that the crying kind of starts around where I'm at right now, second trimester, third trimester, it tends to get a little more intense. So we'll see how that goes. I'm high risk for preterm labor because I've had 2 preterm labors. So my first pregnancy, I made it to full term. Second pregnancy, I had her at 33 weeks. And third pregnancy, I had her at 34 weeks. So they know that I'm high risk, so they're going to monitor me really closely. I never had preeclampsia, I never had infection, I never had any cause for the preterm labor. My body just naturally did it on its own. My doctor ran tests on my last pregnancy and monitored me very closely. We ran tests on my placenta monthly. We did ultrasounds on my cervix and my placenta and my uterus, measured things, and I had the normal size cervix, which is something that is a concern for pregnant women. I had normal blood work come back for my placenta, and he even went as far as once she was born, he sent my placenta out to have it tested, and that came back normal as well. So yeah, my babies just come early and my body tries to do it early. So this time we're going to do everything we can to prevent that. I will probably be in a wheelchair around 25 weeks. I'm not able to exercise this pregnancy. And yeah, another not really symptom, but just like a body change, is that my belly was growing hair. And I don't think I've had that happen before, not like this anyway. But I just had, like, my belly was just like super peach fuzzy, but more than normal. So I finally, yesterday, shaved it, and hopefully I don't regret that. Hopefully it doesn't grow back black. I don't know what it was. Most pregnant women, like, scents are a very big part of morning sickness and like what triggers their nausea and stuff. And for me, a lot of scents, like anything really strong, was like bothering me. But the number one thing that bothers me, and still to this day it does, laundry soap. I absolutely hate any and all laundry soap. Every time I do laundry, it makes me feel so sick. Every time I open my laundry room, I've changed my laundry detergent and all of them make me feel so sick. Maybe if I went to like an unscented, but I want my laundry to like smell good, you know? So I guess I'm just gonna have to stick it out for a little bit longer, and hopefully that goes away here soon. My weight gain in my first trimester was 6 pounds. I believe that they say you're supposed to gain 4 pounds, but my doctor wasn't concerned with the 6 pounds that I had gained. So I talked about the scent that I hated in my first trimester, which is laundry soap. But a scent that I loved is lemon. like the smell of lemon. I would literally cut a lemon and smell it, cut a lemon and put it in my water. Lemon is just the way to go. It's like that soft, clean smell. How my hubby is doing this first trimester of pregnancy. He's doing great. He's super excited, super a part of the pregnancy already, or even in the beginning, talking to my belly and getting me the things that I need. Yeah, I think we just realized, like, this is our second time doing this together, but even for me, this being my 4th pregnancy, you just continue to realize each time how much of a miracle it is. Like with your first baby, you're like, wow, this is incredible, like it's unreal, but it's the same way with your 4th. Like, even though it's your 4th baby, it still feels like your first whenever you find out, whenever you see the heartbeat, that first doctor's appointment, the nerves, like the fears, like it's a whole new pregnancy on its own. It's a brand new one. So yeah, it's cool to experience that together again. And we just keep, like, we're still in awe of the fact that we're having another baby. And we tried and wanted this baby for a while. So it's super exciting that it's here, and it's going by so fast. But it's such a blessing, and we just keep looking at my body changing and looking at our ultrasounds and thinking, oh, wow, this is such a miracle. I cannot believe that my body is doing this, you know, with Jesus's help. Cravings for my first trimester were my number 1 cravings. First, it started with French fries. Love the salty French fries, specifically from Burger King. Then it changed to chips, Lay's potato chips, and then turkey sandwiches. So turkey sandwiches from Jersey Mike's, turkey sandwiches from Farmer Boys. Love them. If you guys really enjoyed this video, I'm gonna have to wrap it up because it's getting pretty long. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.